EXKO 係咩嚟嘅咧 ？EXKO 其實一隻好似出咗好多年，但其實係未出嘅一隻格鬥 game，一個免費嘅格鬥 game就 base off 呢個 Legend of Legend 嘅角色去設計嘅。啱4月18至20號咧，就喺歐美地區咧進行咗第2次嘅 beta test 啦，佢哋就稱呼為 Alpha Lab 2嘅。嗱呢度有個短嘅介紹咧，就講 EXKO 係咩啦。
2XKO in League of Legends terms in just 60 seconds. First up, the champions. 2XKO doesn't just copy appearances, it preserves each champion's core playstyle and personality. Ari's mobility, Darius's punishing attacks, Echo's time tricks, they all translate perfectly to fighting game mechanics. Champion abilities get smart adaptations. League ultimates become flashy super moves, while basic abilities transform into special attacks and combo starters. Champion synergies matter in both games, but now instead of 5v5 team fights, it's all about 2v2 tag team combos and matchup knowledge. And just like League's ever-evolving meta, 2XKO promises regular updates and champion additions. Both games share Riot's free-to-play philosophy. All champions can be earned without spending cash. Both are designed to be easy to pick up but hard to master, with incredibly high skill ceilings for those who put in the time. Whether you're a League veteran or a fighting game fan, 2XKO brings the best of both worlds. Comment below which champion you're most excited to play.
我自己就 LL 就真係冇玩過啦，都係近年比較知道啲遊戲界新聞先至去留意翻隻 game。但係呢隻 game 咧就已經籌備咗7年㗎啦。如果由咩2019年嘅 EVO 已經有新聞去公佈啦，今年先至比較近少少嘅。咁啊情有可原嘅，因為其實嗰個 studio 雖然有做開格鬥 game 啦，但係 LL 始終係由零開始變做格鬥 game 咧，咁唔同餓狼啊或者街霸嗰啲本身已經有底，一路發展咗20-30年咁樣，有佢嘅難處喺度嘅。個 beta test 當然係俾啲玩家去試下隻 game 嘅感覺啦。啲評測呢1-2日都好多人都出咗噶啦。Rufo Mango 啦，一個好出名嘅外國 streamer 啦，做開格鬥 game content 嘅，咁佢又直接同 developer 嗰度有個對話嘅。
Okay, well then I guess that sort of leads to one of my first questions. Is, you said it's a live game, obviously, we're doing free to play, all that kind of stuff. And, there was a little consternation of the launch roster. And, you're saying launching with 10 characters. And
係啦，因為咧其實公佈咗咧，只係得10隻角色嘅啫。咁而家 Romanga 就想問佢雖然你而家隻 game 係 free to play 啦咁樣，咁個 roster 之後會唔會再 expand 啊，或者點樣計嘅咧？
That's fine. But as a live service game, obviously the plan is to put more characters in front of people over time. And, you don't got to give specifics, but as far as the content pipeline goes, can we respect a decent pipeline in terms of characters? Is it going to be more than say 4 a year, say Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, it's a great question. I won't be able to tell you here's exactly how many champions per year we're releasing. I can say this though, and I believe there was a Q&A session we had for one of our community tour stops we did recently in France. Connor Maker, awesome individual, put the Q&A, some of that into an article on their Video Games 24/7 site. Definitely recommend checking it out.
All right.
Where Tom talked a bit about our philosophy on just wanting to get a bunch of champs out to y'all. I think Tom said a perfect state would be to have 24 champs playable. We're not going to have anything near that on launch, but we're actively working towards quickly getting to that point. And so that means really putting our resources. We have into it. We have a number of champ pods that are all actively working in parallel on a specific champ each. Okay. And champs take a little bit of time to make. I want to remind you all, we're not a franchise as a fighting game that has existed that we can draw upon animations from previous ones and reuse assets. All these champs are made from scratch, and we really want to make sure that if you're playing a champ, this is your character and it's deep and it's crunchy and it's satisfying and it's not just powerful as an assist. It's a full, complete character. So it does take us a little longer, but we want to quickly get to a much higher number because we think that's a pretty good place to be and we're putting resources into that.
係啦，咁其實呢度就大約佢都 wrap up 咗好多嘢啦。雖然一開波得10隻角色啫，但係佢哋最完美個 plan 係想 之後會加到去24隻角色嘅。咁當然包好多講法就哇好難啊，因為我哋全部都係從零開始啊咁樣。咁但係佢哋話係同時間 parallel 咁樣係有設計其他角色嘅。我相信當佢哋成個 system 定好咗之後咧，角色設計上面應該會快好多，而唔係話好似而家咁咧，一路設計隻 game，一路喺度改隻 game，咁嗰啲角色就好難定位噶嘛。咁我相信將來會快啲嘅。另一個好 crucial 嘅問題啦，Overman 就問咗佢哋。
So 10 at launch, but I like the term there. We're quickly working towards that. All right. And I guess in parallel to that question as well. So I read at the end of last year, y'all committed to, okay, we're launching in 2025. And there was several interviews at the beginning of this year where that was doubled down and committed on 2025. Are you still committing to launching in 2025?
Hell yeah, we're launching in 2025. You know,
All right, okay.
I'm hearing like nothing but love of just let me play the game, let me get in there. And so absolutely, we want to get it out to you, and we will this year.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
咁啊頭先就講咗，阿 Woman 問佢：喂，你2025年出唔出到啊？咁樣咁啊叫做答咗話，梗係啦，2025啦咁嗰邊。咁但係唔知嘅，睇下佢哋點啦。不過有玩過試玩版嗰啲，我聽到其他玩家評測咧，其實啲嘢都幾完整嘅。雖然隻 game 嗰個系統都仲有啲混亂啦，唔係個個都適應到嗰啲咩開 key 啊，或者嗰個玩法有啲唔同啦咁樣。但係其實都近係做到嘅咁樣，係啦。不過好似聽講話對個 lobby 咧有個問題喺度，因為咧其實佢哋有個
interview video，
佢哋有個問題係咩咧？就好似 Guilty Gear Strike 咁樣嘅 rank system 有一個叫 casual room system 咁樣啦。咁兩個都係一樣嘅。去一個 room 嗰度咧，佢就強迫你一定要喺要跟個 room 個 rank 去打啦。然後如果你見到好多時 rank 嗰啲 room 咧係冇人嘅。係啦，但係佢都逼你要去 room 嗰度打嘅呢啲嘢。調翻轉就係話casual 嗰邊就好多人打啦，因為係 beta test 㗎嘛。咁但係 rank mode 咧就好少人打啦，同埋會有鎖 rank 個問題咯，即係可能高 rank 嗰啲人又未必會揾到玩家，但係佢哋想翻轉頭從啲普通 rank 嘅人打咧，又個系統又唔俾你咁做。針對呢個問題咧，有提及過少少嘅。
Games, it's prevalent for a reason, right?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Now another one here. This is a recent issue we got to talk about here, given the most recent Alpha Lab 2, right? Myself, kind of ran into some issues, and other people are also, discussing the matter. So we had the lobby system, and lobby system in the previous Alpha Lab, we had it, and we ranked up, and that was all fine. And I like the little things like you see people on fire when they're on the hot streak. That's great. But myself and some others had some contentious issue with the fact that in this Alpha Lab specifically, can't speak for anything other time, when we want to play in ranked, we were also forced into the lobby. Is there any designs or plans for more traditional ranked matchmaking in the game?
Yeah, another great question. So I want to talk a little bit about Alpha Lab 2 at a high level, and then drill into your question if you'll permit.
Okay, absolutely.
So, we do think a lot of the magic of fighting games is feeling that other human on the other side. And our lobbies help get at some of that. But we also hear you all loud and clear where you're like, I just want to jam matches, and if the tension of the former gets too much in the way of the latter, it's something that we want to address. I want to talk a little bit specifically then about game development, and I promise I'll get to your question.
No, absolutely. Like more elaboration, better.
Yeah. So for folks that haven't worked in game development, a lot of times you're working on things well in advance of when they're released to players. And that's been the case with our lobby system. We've been working on it for quite a long time. Just lobbies in general, they've went through many iterations. However, one piece of the lobby system we've been working on that I've heard y'all recommend is called cross-lobby matchmaking. And so we've heard people say keep the lobby system, but let me just hit a button in the ranked lobby and maybe have a chance to fight against people in other lobbies if there's nobody to fight immediately in this current one. And that's in service of if you want to keep this, just let me jam matches quickly. That's something we're working on and something that you'll see in the next play test. And so, keep the feedback coming because again, Alpha Lab 2 is still live. And we understand the the sentiment, the strong sentiment of just let me jam matches. You know, like, hey, I just want to keep playing. I want to grind. Let me get in there. And so, yeah, that's something we're actively looking at and we've been working on.
因為其實 rank system 對一隻格鬥 game 真係好緊要，即係由我哋打咗咁多年格鬥 game，其實都好明白，只要一個流暢嘅 rank mode 咧係唔需要太多我哋所謂嘅同人哋 interact 嗰啲元素啦，唔需要間房嘅，我只係需要我坐低撳一個掣，跟住3秒、5秒、10秒內就俾一個人我就同佢打，贏完一 set 就走，或者有 death match 都好，但係就要 search 得好快，咁先至係唯一嘅，其實好簡單嘅就即係唔需要太多花巧嘅，反而好似佢哋 developer 嗰邊聽佢哋咧有少少唔係好 get 呢個 point 咁樣。
Perspective. Yeah, from my perspective, like I am very much that like 3 a.m. ranked grind guy, right? So I'm a just let me jam my matches kind of guy. So that's where I'm coming from. So like the frustrations I personally had with the lobby and the ranked, like being in ranked and in the lobby, that was my issue then. So then on that note, would we be able to access training mode while in the lobby while in ranked?
呢個都係好緊要。
That's another good question. It depends how quickly we can feed you matches. So, you know, we definitely like, you know, hell, I've definitely played like in a lot of games where, hey, I'm sitting in training mode for a while and I'm getting variable matches. Like it takes a long time, or like, hey, I get them very quickly and I can't actually hit a button here, you know, and so I'll say that that's something that we could look at, but it makes less sense to constantly be like putting you into champ select and you're getting a match before you even actually get into training mode and things like that. So we want to make sure that it's worth your time if we would look at something like that. All right, so the answer is like, let us know, and you'll see like in the next iteration how quickly you get matches, and if it's something you still want to see, like something we could consider for sure.
Okay, then are you elaborating on the fact then that matchmaking speed is the priority then in the end?
Yeah, because ultimately, like a lot of the reason that the training mode exists in you know in modern times is because you're not sure when you're going to get a match, or maybe you wanted to practice something in the middle and pause your queue. But if you're there to get matches and we're giving you matches quickly, do you even have time to train? That's actually what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what does the future look like, and can we get there? And you know, and we'll adjust and refine, you know, as we learn more.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you very much for the answer.
佢答得有啲奇怪，但係我又覺得佢錯咗個重點嘅。我覺得咁多年，其實大家都知道你喺度等，只要個等嘅 timing 係5秒定10秒都好，而個玩家冇嘢做嘅話咧，嗰個時間只會更加長嘅啫，個感覺上面。聽個口吻就覺得，其實我哋 matchmaking 好快㗎，所以咧 training mode 有冇好似唔緊要咁樣。唔得咯，你 Q 得幾快一件事，我打格鬥 game 咁多年都係一定要有嘢喺度做緊。如果唔係變咗成件事，我就可能會玩手機啊，或者係睇其他嘢，咁我 Q 可能更加容易 miss 咗。調翻轉嘅時候係，如果我真係練緊某啲嘢，我咪即時 pause 個 Q 佢咯。練緊個 set up，我練緊個 combo， 真係好想做埋佢嘅，我咪停咗個 Q 佢咯。但係你一定要俾個玩家係有啲嘢做緊，如果唔係對嗰隻 game 嘅專注力又會低咗，對 rank 個表現係會差咗，同埋可能會突然間就覺得不如我拎起手機碌緊兩下，碌緊其他嘢，就突然間 skip 咗幾個 matchup 都唔出奇嘅。所以個 matchmaking 就算幾多秒都好，幾短幾快都好，都一定要中間有啲有意義嘅做下咯。係啊，但係睇嚟佢哋好似有少少唔理解呢一個狀況。Anyway， 咁都係嘅，呢個始終都係 beta test 啦。咁啊，希望佢哋會後邊再改進啦。咁啊，好多角色上面嘅嘢，其實啲人都話隻 game 設計得好好啊，有好多唔同嘅 set up 啊，有幾好嘅畫面啊，個戰略性亦都好高啊咁樣。拭目以待咯，大家我都想隻 game 成功嘅。頭先就講話呢隻 game 係免費玩嘅，咁係可能會吸引到好多人啦。佢咁大間公司拳頭社搞得 tournament 咧，個聲勢都好大嘅。我真係估唔到咧，人哋 SNK 個150萬出嚟咧，做個 Riot Game 嘅啫。本來大家都覺得格鬥 game 最高彩池獎金嘅公司應該由 Riot Game 嗰度創造出嚟噶嘛？哦，唔係喎，原來定係話佢係下年再出嗰陣時就變300萬定350萬定400萬咧？唔知啦呢個。不過一樣嘢就你越遲咧，俾嘅錢就越多，先至做到同一個聲勢。希望我哋25年出到啦咁樣。咁呢個就大約係EXKO 嘅近況啦，咁樣都會 keep 住同大家 update 嘅。